What is up, guys? I'm here today with another fantastic deck, and tell me, who doesn't like cats, right? I mean, I know there are people that don't like cats, but, well, I do. So, it's another day, another Persian deck, this time a little bit different than yesterday's. Well, a lot different. But before I'm gonna talk about the deck itself, don't forget to subscribe to our amazing, like, there's down there below, like, there's, there's, like, my face, like, oh, that you can actually click and click a subscribe button, and also forget to check out our second YouTube channel, which is down there below in the description. Alright, so a Persian deck with a catwalk this time, and it says once during your turn, if your GX was knocked out or an EX, you can actually search for up to 2 cards, right? And you can't use more than 1 catwalk ability each turn, but also we will be using a vengeance attack, which says it does 20 more damage for each Pokemon in the discard pile. So you kind of see that we will be discarding a lot, and this is going to be a more control-ish type of deck, because we also will be playing Oranguru and a Pidgeotto. And, well, you name it, you know it, we'll be doing some spread damage, because, I love spread damage with Koffings and Weezings and Roxies. Right, there we go. There are Weezings, there are Koffings. That's going to be like the main idea. We're going to be bringing back some energy. Main attacker, of course, will be a Persian, will be Ninetales, and a few others. So let's take a look at the whole deck from left to right, from top to bottom, and let's talk about it. So we do have a Ditto over here on the left, and Ditto is purely used for 2 things. It is used for Whimsicott, right, that we can use over here, and for a Ninetales, and those 2 guys are gonna be used in specific scenarios that you need them, right? So for example, Whimsicott, of course, when you're facing dragon type, when you have dragon type matchups, or when you really do think that this is going to be a great addition to the board with the fluffy cotton ability. When you're facing only GX, well, you've got Luminous Barrier Ninetales, right? Then we've got a line of 2/2 Meow Persian. Of course, we got 1 Oranguru with Resource Management to bring back the cards from discard pile to the bottom of our deck, so we can actually use them. Majority will be using Koffing and Roxies for that Oranguru. Then we have a line of 4/4 Pidgey and Pidgeotto, so we can actually dig for the cards that we need. We do have a Tyrogue, 1 copy of Tyrogue, which says once during your turn you may flip a coin. If heads, put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Of course the turn ends, but this, you can just use it as an attack, and, well, your turn will end. Then we have 2 Jirachis over here. Wait, there we go. 2 Jirachis over here. We have a line of 3/2 Koffing Weezings with the ability that works with Roxie, that puts 10 damage on your opponent's Pokemon. We've got Mew, of course, and we also got Mimikyu with the Shadow Box, which says that Pokemon GX that have damage counters on them, well, they don't have abilities. That's why we have a lot of spread, right? That's why we have a lot of spread damage all over the board, all across the board. Then we do have line of 2 Poipoles, 1 Naganadel with the Charging Gap, and 1 Naganadel with the Beast, Raid, and Jet Needle, with, of course, a Stinger GX, which is quite good and quite important for this matchup. And that's the GX we will be using in this game. On top of that, we do play 1 Beast Ball. So you look at your prize cards, and if there's, an Ultra Beast, you get that Ultra Beast and you leave Beast Ball in its place. Of course, you also know what are your prize cards, which is quite good. 2 Great Catchers, 1 Lana's Fishing Rod, 4 Pokémon Communications, 2 Reset Stamps, and of course, you got 1 Faba, playset of Elm's Lecture, playset of Roxie, 2 Tate Liza for the Switch and Refreshment of the Hand, 1 Escape Board, 1 Amulet. Right, 1 Island Amulet, we've got 4 TCE, and we do have 3 Fairy type energies. So you can clearly see we're not going to be using Jet Needle at all. Stinger, Beast Raid, those are the more important attacks. Of course, Stinger right there. We've got a Tyrogue, we've got a Whimsicott, we've got Ninetales. Those are our attackers. Those are the cards that we want to use and utilize. So let's save the deck and let's play some games with it, right? Shall we? It's 31. Does this mean that's 31st deck? Bless me. No, it does not mean that. It's just 31. It's a random number. So let's go. Let's play that fantastic deck. Do you want to go first or you want to go second? Well, Actually, if you're playing best of 3, right? If you're playing best of 3, it's good to start and to go first, and then game 2 you just adjust to what your opponent has. In the best of 1 scenario, so in the Japanese format, in Hong Kong format, or in online format, I do kind of recommend going first, just because you can evolve into like Whimsicott. There we go, you see, that's how you respect the deck. I can take that W, but that's not what we wanted, right? So let's go and let's play more. So you kind of do want to go and have that Whimsicott, you know, maybe Luminous Barrier during your second turn when you know exactly what your opponent, has. You want to evolve into your Pidgeottos. So going first is not the worst idea, and actually it is supported. Of course, you know, we will have the new rule which will, you know, not allow you to play supporters, which will kind of shift the balance and the shift weight of the first turn and going first. You know, you will rather want to go second a little bit, just to play those supporters, to build up your bench and just, you know, prepare your next turn. But let's go, let's play. We are going second this time, and I'm looking at my hand, and it's not really bad hand. It's honestly not a bad hand. I'm gonna have, alright, so we're gonna have a Ditto start. Why a Ditto start? Well, that's a great question. Okay, we're gonna keep coughing. So I'm thinking about Whimsicott. I kind of hope for the Whimsicott over here, and well, it is a risky business, right? Playing Ditto first, it's super risky, but sometimes, you know, the risk pays off, and I do better have, you know, Persian-GX over here. I could have actually played Koffing just to stall the game a little bit until I would get what I want, you know, maybe after playing Elm's Lecture, just getting the whole, you know, board of PGs, then next turn the Pidgeottos, just dig for that. But I risk it a little bit, and I hope it's not going to be a bad risk. There we go, we've got a Roxie already, so I know I will discard this Koffing, and we will have a nice attack. Of course, you know, I do draw 3 cards because of this, which means I might actually draw into what I want and what I need. So let's take a sip of a coffee. Is it a good coffee? It is. And as you can see, I don't really have a tools to actually browse through my deck, at least not right now. Since I'm deciding to play Roxie a little bit more than actually Elm's Lecture for the setup. I mean, it's tricky. He can play Fiona now, put me out front, like, he can do that, you know. I would not be surprised. I can play Elm's Lecture next turn. Like, I do have to think about it. I do have to think about my next turn. We've got a Catwalk, so you know what, Elm's Lecture, let's just go, let's prepare that turn, and I'm gonna go take the Koffing, and I'm gonna go and take 2 PGs. Right, and of course, you know, Tyrogue free retreat cost. So let's take a look at the deck itself. So Persian is prized, or it's not. Jirachi is prized, Persian is prized, okay, so those are 2 prizes. Oranguru is fine, 2 Weezings. Koffing is prized, so that's 3. Let's take a look. Reset Stamp is prized. Tate Liza is prized. And I do believe 1 energy. Yes, 1 energy, because I do play. So those are my prize cards. Alright, so now we know the prize cards. We know what is up. We know what is happening. Oh, no, actually, a Persian is here, so I think that something else is. So that would mean 1 PG is prized. Okay. I pass the turn. So I do have a Roxie. I can discard both Koffings, which will give me a draw of 6. Right? So I can draw into what I need, which is quite good, and that's exactly what I want. Well, stalling a little bit with Ditto is not the best idea, especially that he can just do Energy Loop. But sometimes you do what you gotta do, right? Is he going to do that? Well, and a Judge. Oh, this is a really bad disruption for me, because I did prepare my next turn quite nicely. And that's a knockout. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm just gonna go give him a PG, it's fine. like all my thoughts are around right now this Blastoise and Piplup. So Elm's Lecture and Pidgeotto. So one Koffing Pidgeotto. Right, let's take a look. Airmail. Alright, Pidgeotto still. Let's take a look. Airmail. Oh, definitely Poipole. Great. Alright, so definitely a Poipole. So I do have to kind of focus on knocking out this Blastoise and Piplup. Like that's gonna be I'm gonna try to make it my main focus. Just because if I'm gonna go with a Stinger GX, I will be, you know, in the realm of being super close to knocking this bad boy out. Alright, so I know he's gonna play a Judge next turn. So he is playing a really disruptive deck. Which, I mean, it's fine with me. Honestly, this kind of disruption, it's not as bad as you might have think. Jirachi. I mean, I have time. I know I still have Naganadel. I still have options, so I'm just gonna go Evolve. Airmail. I'm gonna go and play Poipole. You know, I'm gonna go with a Poipole, and this is just because I'll be able to bring back the energy if I'm gonna use it. Of course not, you know, the TCE, different energy. We got a Faba, and we've got Elm's Lecture. Okay. Now Jirachi, let's see what we're gonna get from Jirachi. So I know he's close to playing a Judge. Right, let's take that Beast Ball. He doesn't play any abilities, which is problematic to me. You know what, Elm's Lecture, let's just go for it. So on one hand, I know he can play that Judge, but on the other, I do think he's not gonna risk playing a Judge. Like, this is one of those scenarios when you go like, okay, is it gonna happen or it's not? And if he's not gonna, you know, play it, I'll be fine. I'm going, you know, Stinger GX next turn, and I'm starting to go with Koffings. But there goes the Judge. Right, down goes Judge. I mean, it was worth a shot, right? It was worth a risk, worth a shot. Look at that. 2 Roxies. I will have a draw of 3 out of this. So yeah, I'm quite okay with it. I'm quite okay with this turn of event. Naganadel, and let's go. Right, we got a nice reset stamp, so definitely stamping him to 3. I mean, you do what you gotta do, and this stamp had to go down. Before I'm gonna play any supporter Airmail, let me see. I mean, there's nothing that, you know, I can play Faba on, so Mimikyu. Energy, alright. And I can just discard 2 cards. This is a draw of 6, right? If I'm gonna draw, this of course, you know, 6. And of course I'm putting 10 damage all over my opponent's board. Okay. Alright. Whimsicott's gonna go back. Resource Management Oranguru. I mean, this is tricky. This is honestly super tricky play what I want to make, but I do want to play a skateboard right here, right? Right. I know I'll put the energy here on this Oranguru. I'm just gonna sack Poipole. Put energy on Oranguru, press done. So my idea right now is to actually start using a lot more Roxie, right? So I will actually attack with Resource Management. I will, you know, bring back the Weezings, bring back the Koffings, try to dig to them, and then attack. So hopefully we're gonna go down to 3 prize cards, and we will, because I will be using a GX. I'm gonna be super fine. And alright, you know, I mean, Naganadel, it's all good for me. This gives me, you know, some more time, some more room to play. I mean, okay, I'll take a Beast Ball, just so I can play it, and you know, I can check my prize cards again. As I said, Jirachi. Alright, so I know my prize cards right now quite well, so this is fine. It's a good way to actually get to know your prize cards. Airmail. Alright. Pokemon Communication. Ninetales. And I'm gonna grab myself a Weezing. So, of course, Weezing, Roxie, draw 3, and that's the combination I will want to do, right? Like, that's gonna be the combination I would love to do each turn. And of course, I know just bringing front something like Blast and Piplup is going to be devastating for my opponent, right? It is going to, but I do have to prepare everything. It's not that easy, it's not that simple. And you know what? I have an idea for my next turn. So, down goes... Alright, so Naganadel right here. I'm going to bring that... I will not bring that energy yet. So, I do have my next turn. And my next turn is going to be... And I'm not even joking. So, my next turn is Stinger GX, right? Of course, you know, Pidgeotto, Stinger GX. We'll prepare the setup. Right, he's going Whirlpool Suction. I'm gonna just give him Meow. Alright. Okay, so definitely in this Whirlpool Suction kind of destroyed my idea, but he might actually go for the knockout, which I highly recommend, you know, go for it, mate. Do go for it. Tails. So I do still want to do it, because then I will be able to use a turning point, and I will still be targeting that GX, that tag team that he has, that he owns over there. Right. So definitely, there we go. We got 2. Perfect. I mean, this is really, really good. Okay, just for the draw out of Roxie, I'm gonna go and grab myself Mew. Airmail. Because I mean, I do need this draw from Roxie, right? Like, I need that draw. Of course, you know, we're gonna use Stinger GX, Roxie just for the draw. Nothing more than a draw of actually 6. Because I will discard 2. So that's a nice draw of 6. There we go. Pokemon Communication. There is still a Weezing that I can play, and it is. And, well, Stinger GX. So because now I have 20 damage that I can deal with Roxie, right? I do have a 160 damage attack on my Naganadel. So this is a Great Catcher 4. Okay, free retreat cost, by the way, on Naganadel-GX. So I'm retreating my Naganadel-GX. Gonna play Baby Naganadel. Great Catcher. Oh, okay. I mean, it's still fine. This is still okay. It's not a problem, you know. He kind of messed up my plan. He kind of messed up my idea, but it's still fine. It's still okay. I know he's gonna, you know, use the attacks, of course, the recall over here, direct dive, and he is diving, right? He's diving for it. He's trying to knock out as much as possible right now. And I do have Tate Liza. And Roxie. Great. Great. Okay. So Roxie, I will have a draw of 6 again. Koffing and Weezing, discarded, draw of 6. Not missing a beat, not skipping a beat. Of course, yes, put those damage counters. Even more damage counters, yes, please, do that. Okay, so as I said, I will retreat. TCE, Great Catcher. And Great Catcher, I will discard Tyrogue and Faba because those are 2 cards I really don't need. Lana's Fishing Rod just to bring back something like Koffing, for example. And a nice turning point for 160 damage actually. So right now I'm only 70 damage away from winning the game. I know I do have second Great Catcher. He can only knock out 1 of my mons. I mean, he can actually knock out, well, this Naganadel if he has a way to retreat. He has a switch. Alright, we see a switch. Great Catcher. So yeah, he's going to... yeah. Is he gonna go for... nothing? He went for an... oh, this is... Airmail. Ten cards left. Like, I know what I'm missing. And I made a mistake. Just like that, I made a huge mistake. Just like that. Oh boy. Shuffle. Yeah, I did make a huge mistake. I should have not done that, and I'll have a perfect hand probably. I do not have a hand that I wanted, which is okay. Okay. So... like, I'm honestly thinking about my options, what I can do, what I can't do. Done. So I have the Great Catcher, right? So I have the first piece that I can utilize to knocking out my opponent's Pokemon. He has a Keldeo, but Keldeo is a little bit too late. We've got a TCE, we've got a win. Thank you very much. And I can just go and discard those 2. I mean, it's a tough game. Don't let this fool you. This is a really tough game. But look at that. Look at that. Down goes tag team. Down goes, 3 prize cards, and we do win the game. So that is a fantastic control version of the Persian deck. And honestly, I do highly recommend that. I do highly recommend it because, well, as you saw, it's a great deck to, get a feel of the control-ish side of the Pokemon TCG. And the whole deck is down there below in the description. Also, what is in the description? Well, a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak, my second YouTube channel, and many more. So thank you guys so much for watching. Raven loves to see you on Twitch. Goodbye. Mwah! And good night. Bye.